But that was Survivor Series at Petco Park. Jim, after Survivor Series, a moment a lot of people are talking about. I don't know how much of the post-show you got to see, if any. It was actually quite the spectacle because they now do this outdoor thing akin to ESPN or other live athletic events where Joe Tessitore and I think Peter Rosenberg was with him and Big E. They're out there as the fans are leaving. They're all behind him. It looked like Woodstock. It looked like they had about 40,000 people out there for this. And Heyman and the Heels, Heyman and Logan and the Bronze, them hamming it up in the heel way on that stage in front of all those people was incredible. But there's a moment going around on video that was not.
Well, I was about to say I needed context because I've seen what you're going to talk about, but I didn't know it was them going to the post show set or appear as a part of the post show. They're on the way to that, correct?
The post show podium, I guess we could say, but
post show podium.
A young fan, at least based on appearance, tried to rush towards Paul Heyman, maybe to get a hug or a wallet. Who knows?
No, I tell you what, it looked like he was thrilled to see the fucking, the penguin in person, and he was running up to give him the big hug around his waist.
Well, you always have to be careful that fan doesn't have an umbrella or something, but Paul Heyman reacted to the fan getting near him by pushing him, shoving him, blocking him. Some thought it may have been too aggressive. Some thought that's what he should have done. What are your thoughts on this? I know you saw this part.
Oh, God. And now this is another one where the people that want to hear me knocking Heyman are only going to hear some of the things I'm saying. And the people that want to fucking not like what I'm saying or not like me are going to say, oh, you'd have done the same thing or whatever the fuck. So I encourage everybody check the video out because a lot of big deal is being made about very little of anything. But yes, they're walking the heels, I guess, through the crowded area to go be a part of the post-show thing. And this kid, I can't judge children's ages. Knowing how tall Heyman is, I'm saying the kid was 3'6" to 4 feet tall. What age range? You have more of a specialism in children than I do.
I don't know if they were that small. It appeared to be someone, maybe a teenager, I would think.
No, come on, find that clip and tell me the kid's, I think 11, 12, maybe he's a puny 13. I don't know, but he's 4 feet tall is all I'm saying to you. But the kid it runs around. I think it looked like he maybe was with his dad or whatever, but the kid runs up on Heyman like he's going to hug him or it seems overly pleased to see Heyman. That's what I couldn't figure out. And Heyman reaches down with both hands and just kind of shoves him back into the little crowd area there and goes on by. And the point being, a lot of people are saying, well, that's Heyman. He's a heel 24/7. And, he's just staying in character. And there's an element of that. And there's also an element of I've whacked a few people coming at me in my time, but that was a long time ago. From this individual kid in this moment with the look on his face, he was not presenting any danger. I think we're past the point where these people, or anybody expects to get knifed if they're walking through the crowd anyway. But I probably would have hooked him under the arms a little bit and just walked by him with a little less aggressiveness or vehemence or whatever that Paul moved him over with. But at the same time, it wasn't him just walking up and fucking whacking the kid over the head with his fucking phone.
I would say the kid's about 12 years old if I'm looking at this video a few times.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the point is, it was a little energetic, in my opinion. I don't even think I would have done that to that. If it'd been 15 or 16, yeah, you're getting a fucking pie face, motherfucker. But no, it was a little much, but it wasn't like nobody got hurt. And Heyman was probably, they were rushing him. I've been in that position too. Get over there now. And B, he was probably pissed off that he's got to walk through this kind of halfway open area with no barricades, all of them with people coming in and et cetera, instead of. So I could see both sides, but I think Paul was a little fucking energetic with the kid. What do you think?
It's one thing if someone grabs you or something, but the kid literally walks in front of Paul with one arm on one shoulder and he reaches for the other shoulder, almost like in a hug position.
Yeah.
Heyman grabs his arms and just shoves him out of the way. I mean, again, it wasn't like he just like touched him on the shoulder or something. He jumped in front of him. Heyman had to move him or he had to stop. Those are the two options. Move him or stop.
Well, and, again, no,
a body in motion tends to stay in motion, so Heyman wanted to keep moving.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to turn a battleship on a dime, so I can understand Heyman not being able to quickly. But if he'd been a normal, if he was a normal-sized human, there's a way you could actually just hug the kid and turn to your left and just pirouette around the kid and keep moving. But he chose instead to just remove the blockage because I guess Heyman's past a point where he can pirouette.
Well, that was WWE Survivor Series 20. I'm hitting all sorts of things. Survivor Series 2025.
And also, you've got to think, Brian, that another thing, the kid was so close to Heyman, he was using some of Paul's oxygen because it takes a lot of oxygen to fucking move a massive humanity like that.
Once again, Survivor Series War Games at Petco Park. We shall return momentarily after this short commercial timeout. All right, Jim, well, there's been a lot of show, and we have a long way to go. A lot more fun to be had. I can't speak.
A lot more fun to happy have.
Well, of course, one of the reasons that I may be lagging a little bit is I need a good night's sleep. I'm a little tired right now. I wish I could just run upstairs and jump on my Helix sleep mattress and dream away.
And sleep. And just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Young man, and let me handle this because I'll tell you what you need to do. You needed a Helix sleep mattress behind that kid that Heyman just flying beeled across the room. That would have been the answer there. And see, when the kid came at him, as a matter of fact, come to think of it, I believe now in further retrospect, when examining the situation, I think the kid may have had a knife. And so what Heyman did was he neutralized the hand with the knife and he got under his armpit and he flying beeled him across the room. But it wouldn't have been a problem if he'd have had a Helix sleep mattress to land on, just like all these other chuckle fucks around the country putting the videos of themselves up on Twitter being hip tossed off the porch and cross bodying off the second story deck and power bombing on the concrete slab. They need a Helix mattress to do all those things on, like the Buckaroos had. When they were out in their backyard, I'm sure they were on a Helix sleep mattress because them boys is bouncy, them Helix sleep mattresses. Why, you give a leg drop on those and you'll just fly right back up in the air.
Well, again, with Helix Sleep, one of the great things about Helix Sleep is that you find the mattress that's right for you. Maybe you don't want a bouncy mattress. Maybe you want a firm mattress for a firm night's sleep.
Well, in that case, if you want a firm mattress, then when you get thrown off a second-story deck or something like that, you'll just go, pfft. See, I'm trying to help these people, but it's up to them. But if you just want to go to sleep, as a matter of fact, when you get hip tossed on a Helix sleep mattress, Brian, when you bounce the first time you bounce, by the time you get a foot up in the air, you are sound asleep.
Again, that's
because just touching that Helix sleep mattress makes your whole body just shut down. Many people
it does not make your body shut down. What it does, ladies and gentlemen, imagine that sleep that you're having every night, but better because it's on a better mattress. That's the change. That's the change in your life, your lifestyle, and everything else will be rosy.
No, Brian, you're short selling everything here about the Helix sleep mattress because it affects all parts of your life because your sleep is your regenerative phase. That's where you recoup all your lost energy and you let your cells and your corpuscles and everything rejuvenate and regenerate and recombobulate into the person you are today. That's what's made you. What you are today is sleeping, Brian, and you should do more of it. And if you're on a Helix sleep mattress, like I said, boom, you touch that thing, every organ in your body is just going to go, it's like they unplugged
you. Metaphorically, it'll be like they unplugged you and you're going to have a good night's sleep. But in reality and in the real world, outside of Slumberland, your body will be there, your soul and mind
are you
will be
saying
intact.
that your soul and mind leaves your body and goes out into the real world while you're still laying on the Helix Sleep mattress as a physical being? Can you look down on people, Brian, in the big cities and see their ant-like presence because you're floating up there? And goddamn.
Listen, poor Casper the Friendly Ghost. Every time he tried to say hello to someone, they screamed and ran. The point, ladies and gentlemen, the point is, we all need a good night's sleep, and this is a safe and fun, well, I shouldn't say fun. You don't think of it as a fun night's sleep. It's a good night's sleep that we endorse. We have these mattresses here at Last Manor, and of course, Jim has them over there in the house. Inside the house.
I'm looking forward this holiday season to having a good night's sleep on one of the Helix mattresses I have, because I'm so busy I never get a chance to lay down. But folks, if you don't have that, if you'd like to just stretch out and lay there like they're ready to have words spoken over you, right now go to helixsleep.com/JCE, because I'll tell you what, if you use that code /JCE, you're going to get 27% off the fine mattresses, that whether they're firm or whether they're hard or whether they're soft or whether the boys be bouncy, whatever it may be, you will love to bounce your boys around on a Helix, metaphorically, of course, on a Helix Sleep mattress, helixsleep.com/JCE, 27% off. They keep doing this, and I don't know why. They won't tell us why they're giving people this kind of deal. Must be some kind of fucking Honduran money laundering strategy.
It's a regular, good old-fashioned American business doing American business stuff. Helix Sleep, a great mattress for you. One more time, Jim, that promo code.
helixsleep.com/JCE. I thought Helix was of French descent.